snap! What is up?
Snappity, we snapping at every topic that makes your fingers snap. As you can see, both of us have a new hairstyle.
Oh yes, and literally I got my hairstyle from her. Like literally, for the first time, she cut my hair. Like she just cut anyone's hair.
Another level of trust.
So yeah. So if you're seeing any mistakes, you know what.
Alright guys.
And if you're seeing anything good, you know who to give credit to. That's what I'm saying. Snap that.
Otherwise guys, my name is Tommy. This is Sipo Diamba no Sipo Toto, and we're snapping at every topic that makes your fingers
snap. And today's topic, we're speaking literally about topics that we all want to speak about,
but no one wants to speak about. But no one
speaks about it, you know. By the way, we're also not experts of these topics. We're just sharing our views just to start a conversation. You can always share your views on the comment section. So today's topic is no sex before marriage.
So we are speaking about no sex before marriage, and the reason for this topic, I think it also aligns with last week's topic.
Yes, the topic that we shared.
Yeah. What did we speak
Last week we spoke about
fat and sit.
What were the views? And we were the product of that as well.
Yes, so we're product of fat and sit.
Product of fat and sit.
That's not.
Yes.
But why that's not.
We are product of
no, like why we say it's not, because in other countries it is normal.
You said it's not.
Okay. No. So you're a product of fat and sit. You really wanted it. You even wished for it.
Yes, it worked out.
But we are a product of fat and sit, and the reason why we speak about no sex before marriage, because we do come from backgrounds, it's never spoken about it, but it's like you must just know. You know?
Yeah.
You must just know. And Oganya and ETV, if there's like those movies there, over than 18, it's like I think so, but no one was telling us why.
Yeah.
So that's why we speak about it.
But we're speaking about it to look, are there any advantages in no sex before marriage?
Yeah.
For example, for people who've actually done it, you know, having no sex before marriage, do they have any advantages that they could share, or any disadvantages? Understanding very well that this is an issue whereby some of us do believe in it in terms of how we were taught in church, and some of us do not believe in it, you know.
Yeah.
And I always say this thing: Christianity is broad.
Yeah.
So your views do not make it the perfect being, you know, because everyone's got their different views, or how they were taught, or how they understand stuff. You get my point? So for us,
Okay, for us, we didn't have sex before marriage. Us.
That doesn't make us more better than any
other
else,
people.
You know?
When I say us, I don't mean like our previous relationship we didn't have sex.
Yeah.
But we made a decision in 2017 that in our relationship we will not have sex until marriage.
I think also, you know, understanding that before we met, we were not like necessarily virgins.
Yes.
You know, she had been with some other people. She had been with other people. I was with another person.
Okay, she was with other people, and he was like multiple people.
You know, but you know what? It was more of when we came together, you know, we actually wanted to make this relationship work. And we necessarily felt that let us try something that we have never tried in our previous relationships. You get my point? So, for example...
No, that was your understanding.
Okay, that was my understanding, you know, saying, listen, I did date before, you get my point? But with this relationship, I want to try something. I'm suggesting that we try something that we've never done in our previous relationship, you know, which is one, being transparent about everything, you know, two, being transparent, even about transparency, being transparent about finances, you know, our emotions, what we are going through. Secondly, how about we try no sex before marriage? You get my point? Because honestly, I actually believe that in my previous relationship, it was always the part that was disturbing. You know, I never got to know the person I was with.
The only thing you knew was...
Yeah, I mean, even if I saw, and you know what, even if I saw there were cracks in the relationship, I would just bear it out because
of the sex.
You get my point. And at the same time, once we also started, for myself, once I started doing sex with someone, it was difficult to leave the person. Because because
Why?
I will feel that it was even as if I have used the person.
you've
You get my
used
point?
the
There is that mentality. Oh, now that you have done it after a month, now you start being like, yeah, now you're like, hey, I'm not calling too much, you know. So then there was also that guilt. So I wanted to go into a relationship with you that if it doesn't work out,
we know that there was no sex.
I can still leave you and you won't feel like, hey, this one has used me like any other person. So I just like, how about we try it in a new different way? Because I feel that maybe sex could come as a disturbance. We will more focus on sex than anything else. At the same time, like, you know, just trying to defeat myself.
Okay.
Like I've
So
always,
like I was a challenge. It was like a challenge to yourself.
it was more of just trying, like, I've always understood this thing of no sex before marriage. So it was like, how about I actually try to practice it?
Oh, to be
You
practical.
get my point? How about I try to practice it? Let me see where it's going to take me. You get my, because there are people out there who are like, try it. It could work out because you will not spend time focusing on sex. You will be forced to talk to the person. You get my point? There's no, if we argue, there's no make-up sex. There's argument that must be resolved. You get my point? Yeah, there is no, I feel like I owe you. So even if I don't want to leave, I will stay because I've already, I've used you. So that was my understanding of it.
The reason why I did it was I think I got tired, Baba, with men. It's like they leave a part of you whenever you sleep with them. Like,
Okay.
again, it's like they left. You feel so bad because I shouldn't have opened this gateway for this person. So this time around, I was like, if the person is serious with me, no sex until marriage. If you leave, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't sleep with you. That was why for me. And I think the other thing is that also having Isaze, I kept on getting like a guilt whenever I have it, and I was like, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this because this person is not my husband. So, but I still continue doing it because I felt bad for will the guy leave me? Will he stay and stuff? So I kept on doing it, but afterwards I continued having guilt.
And for me, you know, it was also this part of having with my previous partner, you know, having a child with my previous partner. At some point, some stage, I was also in the view of, I don't want to get anyone else pregnant unless that person is my wife, you know? So because I was like, I already do have a child with someone, as much as we are still in good talking terms and everything is good, but we are not together anymore. You get my point? So, you get my point, we're just sharing the child, you know, but the child is not staying with the mother and the father full time. You get my point? And so it was more of saying, with the next person, I would like to have a child where the children, like, we can just be a song. You get my point? Because I kind of felt guilty of this thing. I always had to go to Joburg to see the child, and I didn't have access so much to the child. So it seems as if that marriage was guaranteeing that if I get married and impregnate. Oh, nice!
Impregnate.
Okay.
Say it.
Impregnate. You know, so it also, for me, it was, I felt like I wish I could have for me and the child to stay in one place. You get my point? And with my previous relationship, it's not even working like that because now we've broken up, we're in good talking terms. I have to visit, she has to visit, you know? So I didn't want to be that kind of a dude who's going to have a child here and here and here and here. Not that
everywhere.
Not that I think it's wrong, but I felt that I felt that, you know, as a person who grew up without a father, I wanted to sort of to have a father every day in my life. So that also set the pace, you know, and just challenging myself. Now note, guys, we are actually speaking about this conversation on a perspective of being Christians.
Yes.
And Christians who are believing that no sex before marriage. So you might be that Christian who's like, nah, it's not a big deal. There's nothing wrong with that. So you need to understand where we are coming from. And we're not necessarily criticizing where you are coming from. You get my point?
Yes. Yeah. So basically that is the topic for today. But I think what I also want us to get into, what are the disadvantages? What are the advantages?
For me, the disadvantages is more if we don't believe in the same belief. You get my point? And at times, and I've seen this thing even to my friend, that they are both Christians, but there are certain values they don't interpret the same. You get my point? They don't interpret the same, you know? So for the girl, it was like, yeah, but I don't want no sex before marriage because I interpret the Bible in this way. And for the guy, it was like, no, I don't interpret the Bible like that. I still love God, but I don't feel this is a major issue, you know? So at times it can be a disadvantage if two people are not in the same page. You know, it's difficult to practice something when someone is not in the same
page.
You know, so cause
even to be in a relationship if you guys are not in the same page and the beliefs and the values and konkeland.
Exactly, that's one. And secondly, I also feel that at times, even we are getting married for sex. So it's like, also now we must pay lobola so that we can have sex. You get a point? And I don't think that should be the reason why we are getting married. We should not get married for sex. I think we should just get married for the union of it, for the family of it, for the love of it. You know? So I feel that those are the disadvantages. And also you also need to understand that we are quite at an age where we've experienced these things before. You get my point? So we do know what sex is. We do get, you know, if you share the same bed with a woman, you know, something can happen. You get my point? So it's also, now I'm like, you're there, so your body's bound to get heated up, you know? So overcoming that, fighting that at times can be dissatisfying. Like, why are you making the relationship hard? You know?
And we had like,
I mean, we also had our struggles.
We had, but I'm so glad we waited it out though.
Why?
Because I feel like, for me, I wouldn't have understand the difference. Do you get it? Like having it before, because I've had it before. So now I wanted to know about how is it like having after marriage.
Okay. So what was the difference?
The difference for me, I don't know how to.
Maybe for you the difference was not the guilt. There was no guilt.
Yes, I was about to say I had no guilt, and I had the thing that God approves of this. Like it felt holy. I don't know how to explain it, but it really felt holy. And I was like, okay, I can do this again. Like I'm so I won't feel bad type of vibes, you know. It's like then I had someone that he's good. That person's gonna call me out, but now I'm fine. Like that was the only difference. And I think the other thing is you guys then so you got like when I got married and stuff. I think it kept on hitting me, but
you still have to do sex.
I still have to do sex and stuff. But okay, we are here now.
For me, to any person who's asking for my opinion of, I would like to say that try it. You get my point? As a way of so that the relationship does not become about sex. You know, so that the relationship can be more about that. No, not more about that. You get my point?
And you learn about the person.
And you learn more about the person. You get my point? And for me, I'm not in those part of don't share the same bed, run away from the person. No,
he was sharing the same bed.
And try to overcome it. You get my point? Because in this sense, even if now our sex is not good, there was a time that we stayed for a whole year being together without sex. You get my point? So, and also I think it also taught me that thing of being, as much as I was with my person, but it taught me how to remain loyal. You get my point?
Remain loyal.
Because now, you know, like with your person that you're with, you can get tempted, like you really want to do sex, but there's this agreement. You get my point? So we don't do it. So when I go outside and meet other people, you get my point, I can still become stronger outside.
Even there, outside.
Because you get my point, I'm used to this thing of overcoming sex. Like sex is not my weak point. I don't know if I could put it like that.
It's
you
not
get
my
my
weak
point. I've overcame it. There was a time that for a whole year I stayed with you and I overcame it. So when I go outside and I'm being tempted outside, I still can overcome it. I'm not saying I want to be tempted, but I'm saying because I do have the experience of overcoming, maybe I could use it again if ever things are bad outside. What do you think?
I think for me it also taught me that like no sex before marriage was like also like teaching me that our foundation was not sex. It was built on learning each other's personalities. Okay, this and that, and you're like, could I marry this person? So even by the time I got married to him, it was like like I know Sipo's downfall, I know I know the only thing that had to be for me, sex was just an addition to the marriage. Because at times sex can be a disturbance. We can just focus on sex. You get my point? You can just focus on the sex. You get my point? It's like
when we go out, we can't wait to come back and do it. So it can rob that time of communication, and and you are here because you want to be here. You're not here because she gives the good sex. You get my point. So
because some other ladies would usually say, then how would you know if, like, for example, he does it well, or does he have a small thing or whatsoever? Guys, I don't think you should even worry about such things.
For me, I feel like you can learn those stuff.
You can learn.
You can always put spice in your, so if you do it, that doesn't work out well, we can talk about it, man. You can talk about it with your partner. And you can improve it, I don't think that's necessary.
I think sex is a school. Do you get it?
Oh yeah, we learn.
You learn as you go. You in grade 1, grade 2. So but I think for me, what I would say to other couples, or you don't have to be married, I would say that it doesn't have to be sex or anything, but I always say that build your foundation in something that is solid.
Snap that.
Something that is solid, so that it is not disturbed by sex. Like, the foundation is there, maybe because you've learned each other, the chemistry is there, and everything, so that, like, it's sexing and easy. Because I remember there was this person who said to me that they found out the only thing they could do in their relationship was just sex. And when they stopped doing sex, there was no relationship. So you need to be very careful of that.
You know what, it's like this example of if you meet someone who has a lot of money and you are in a relationship with them, you get my point. That's what you just know. It's the money. It's the money. But the day that he just becomes bankrupt, will you be able to relate with him without the money now? You're like,
that's the thing.
Who's this? How you get my point? Now you're seeing another side of. So it becomes nice just to build with the person at a time.
Start building from scratch.
It's an advice. I'm not saying we should go and look for broke people, but I'm just simply saying.
I didn't get that.
But I'm simply saying that at times we really need to just go for the relationship and leave the other things that can be disturbing. Because the money can disturb if one person has it, and that's the only thing that they can provide in the relationship. You get my point?
True.
If we have argued, money in the table. If there's boredom, money in the table. If you are sick, money in the table. That can disturb. And when that person doesn't have that anymore, then who are you dating? Who's this? How do I relate to you? What's your name? How So I think at times relationship can be that, but it's an advice, man. Wow.
Yo, guys, I'm a wife. I am a wife.
Disturbance.
Such disturbance. Like, haircuts must not disturb.
Yep. Yes.
So, guys, basically that was the topic for today. It will not be long, but share your views. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share with people, and otherwise.
For me, I also feel like we should create this platform as a kind of platform that we can disagree. We can have different views. You get my point?
There's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong with that, So here we are not forcing our ideas that we are correct no matter what. You get my point? And you see this in our last video, Dumelo wrote in the comments, and he said that in Germany, so many people, it's so normal for them to copy, to clasan. And those people who are not married, they don't make themselves. Just because they are fat and setting without getting married, it doesn't make them less of a female. And for us who are married, we are more of a female. And you get my point, that different view was important. And I was like, that's a snapping moment there. You get my point. So the fact that we did it like this doesn't make us to be a better couple than you who is doing sex. You get my point? It doesn't make us. We just have different views and we're just learning from each other. I think that's very important for me. Let's create a platform where we can disagree to agree, but even if we don't disagree, we are doing it in a perspective of being love. And no one is more important than the other. No one is less, or I like such.
You're not below me. You're not above me.
We are besides me.
I am beside you, guys. Thank you to everyone who had sorry guys, but thank you to everyone who's been commenting. If there's a topic that you would like us to talk about, please do suggest. And we just want to say we appreciate you guys. We love you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Oh snap!